Hello everybody, I'm live. I want to talk to you about my blog post this week is called The Promise of Beauty. So I used to get sucked into all kinds of beauty products, promising to make miracles happen with my skin, reduce cellulite, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't hesitate for 1 second to spend hundreds of pounds on a skincare regime that my friends recommended. Hey, Mike. So she would literally say to me one sentence like, oh my God, check this cellulite cream out, check this face cream out, you need to buy it. So off I would go into town and spend hundreds of pounds on a few beauty products that promised better beauty. And I didn't think twice and I didn't bat an eyelid about doing that. And I remember buying my mum once for her birthday some face cream in the tiniest pot you've ever seen for like £90. And I was like, how is that £90? Like, what the hell is it supposed to do? This miracle cream, okay? So I just thought that this is what women had to do to be in this world that we live in today. I thought you have to spend hundreds on beauty products, always chasing the next thing that's going to make you beautiful, skinny, whatever. So this is where I want to talk about diets, because diets are so seductive. They promise you if you just eat X, Y, and Z, then you'll lose like 14 pounds in 14 days. And trust me, I've tried, I think, every single diet that has ever been in the world. Well, probably a lot more that I've not tried, but it feels like I've tried every single diet ever. I remember I used to like this diet called the 9-day diet, and you used to lose 9 pounds in 9 days. Of course, you put that all back on again and more, but still, that's another story. So we immediately hop on diet after diet because they promise a thinner body if you stick to the plan. And that's the thing, if you can stick to this rigid eating plan. And despite our best intentions, these diets never work. And the reason that is because they completely bypass your psychology and tolerance to discomfort. So what do I mean by that? External validation is a powerful motivator, but it doesn't work long term. So what if we flipped that around? What if we didn't hesitate for 1 second to drop into our body and practice feeling our feelings the moment that we felt like eating a lot of food? And the reason I don't use the word binge there is because the word binge brings with it a feeling of heaviness, a feeling of shame and regret. And that's actually not the case, because binging is a healthy response from your body to physical or mental deprivation or future deprivation. If you're interested more in that, check out my website under the word juice, and I've got my most important aspects of what I teach under there. It's really important that you understand that. So I just want to say that again, because I went on a little bit of a tangent. Binging is a healthy response to physical or mental deprivation or future deprivation. For example, I'm going to start my diet tomorrow. That's emotional and futuristic deprivation. And your body actually reacts in the same way to onslaught deprivation as if you were physically starving. Like I've talked about this before, go and check that out. So you hear me raving about this all the time, about how both of these tools reduce binge and emotional eating. And the tools I'm talking about is, number one, practice feeling your feelings, and number two, stop demoralizing binge and emotional eating. So let's talk. I'm going to say this word right, because by the way, this is quite funny. I'm in an amazing mastermind, and I don't say the word specifically. Apparently, when I want to say the word specifically, I say pacifically, like the Pacific Ocean. So I just caught myself there. So this is something I'm going to practice. So talking specifically about feeling our feelings, why is it that we don't immediately stop and try doing it? And the most common reason is because it's uncomfortable. It doesn't bring any external validation. It actually brings pain and suffering. So yeah, it's hard to sell this, guys. The brain's seek pleasure and avoid pain mechanism is working against us. But I'll never stop trying to share this message, because once we train in being uncomfortable, we get better at being uncomfortable. So all these yucky emotions that we're feeling about our body image, about our food choices, about whatever it could be, we don't want to feel those feelings because we're programmed mentally to run away from pain and seek pleasure. So since some forms of emotional eating are actually an attempt to numb our feelings of discomfort, tolerance, emotional tolerance, is the skill that will help you stop automatically reaching for that bag of cookies when you're feeling overwhelmed. Not dieting, not trying to control your food, and not desperately wishing you didn't eat emotionally. Reverse psychology is key here. And remember, one of the most important things that you need to promise yourself is that after you've practiced feeling your feelings and feeling this emotional discomfort, you can eat the food if you want to. So it's practice just creating space between your automatic reaction to be like, oh my God, I need to eat cookies or ice cream or whatever it is, stopping, choosing to feel and like see actually what's going on with you, like what am I actually feeling right now, and feeling those uncomfortable emotions. And then afterwards, after you've set a timer, for example, for 4 minutes, you can then allow yourself to eat the thing if you want to. So it's practicing being uncomfortable. So because opening up yourself to the pain of wanting to numb yourself with food, the desire to numb actually goes away. Not goes away, it lessens, sorry. It won't ever go away completely, but it definitely lessens. So in that space, it takes that magnetic, desperate pull away from needing to eat straight away. So there's no external validation in this, though. This is why the motivation doesn't come naturally, at least not at first. You've just got to practice. And all you get by doing this is non-Instagrammable or Facebookable, made a word up, moment of edginess, and it sucks. And it's supposed to suck, because feeling uncomfortable feelings isn't a joyful process, but it is a necessary process. And the more we do it, the better we get at it. So learning how to feel your pain instead of turning straight to the food is the long-term path to reducing your emotional eating. It's not sexy, but it works. So the best way to find balance and stop being a slave to emotional eating is to play reverse psychology on our brain. So seek pain, avoid pleasure. At least only do this in moments where you really want to reach for a big bag of cookies when you're not hungry. And then, this is so important, when you've felt your feelings, you can decide whether or not you want to eat those cookies. Don't seek the pain of resistance to dieting. So don't think that you need to go on a restricted diet to try and, because every time we feel like we're out of control in our lives or we can't control something, that's what dieters go to. We go to dieting because it's some form of false control. So that doesn't work. That gets you nowhere. So instead, seek out your authentic pain. Seek out these shitty, yucky emotions that we feel, that we don't want to feel. But the pain that comes from opening yourself up to your feelings, you know, the feelings of rejection, embarrassment, loneliness, and shame. I've just spoken to an amazing guy, Gary Lane, about a whole podcast episode on shame. It's definitely worth checking out. It's being released tomorrow, and this podcast that I'm recording now is going to be released on Saturday, a day after. So go and check that out when you see this. So feel that pain, not the pain of restricting the foods that you really want. Because, by the way, as a side note, eat the foods you really want to eat, always. You can't rely on the promise of better beauty to succeed with this approach to stop emotional eating. Instead, you need to have grit and determination to get yourself through these uncomfortable feelings of feeling your feelings. Make space for your authentic pain, whatever's going on for you inside right now. And oh baby, it is going to suck. It's going to suck bad. But on the other side of that authentic pain is a life free from food obsession and being under the spell of emotional eating and letting your emotions just completely take over you. Instead, you can be the observer of your emotions, not I'm thinking of the word, you're observing your emotions, you're not being taken away by them, you're not being overwhelmed by them. So once you practice feeling your feelings, the emotional eating loses its power over you. Check out my post and video on emotional eating specifically. That's really interesting. And if you are interested in learning the exact process that I took to stop binge eating and dramatically reduce my emotional eating. And by the way, emotional eating is actually eating out of emotion, not physical hunger. So even having a piece of birthday cake at a birthday party and you're not hungry, that's emotional eating. So emotional eating doesn't just have to be when you're feeling quote unquote a bad emotion, okay? So that's why I still choose to eat emotionally, because I want to. I'd rather have that piece of cake. Sometimes if I'm bored, I want a bloody brownie. So that's why my teachings are slightly different to just intuitive eating coaches, because I teach something completely different, but it works. So if you want to stop binge eating, not let emotional eating take over your life, actually like your body, and this is 100% possible, I promise you this, then take a look. My new, oh my God, it was launched today. I'm going to send an email out tomorrow. My new masterclass to end the diet binge cycle masterclass. This program will change your life. I promise you that. If you follow the steps, it will absolutely change your life in a positive way. So check that out. I'll speak to you next time. Have a beautiful day. Any questions, by the way? I love questions. Just let me know. See you soon. Ta-ta.